We hosted an insane Pokemon battle tournament in Minecraft. Welcome to day 3 of our community Cobblemon server. Now I got a super late start to building my team and I was very focused on setting up my house, exploring, and just figuring things out. As the tournament date approached, I was scrambling to put my competitive team together. Originally, I decided to build my team around my starter, Swampert. With 3 Pokemon per battle, similar to Pokemon Go rules, I figured he'd be a solid addition since he covers his weaknesses very well. Next, I was going to go with Gengar, hoping to use a move like Shadow Ball, and Ampharos, mostly because I didn't have any other electric types to pick from. But let's be real, this was far from the ideal team. At this point, all the Pokemon I listed were not even fully evolved, but that changed very fast. A buddy of mine showed me how XP shares work in Cobblemon and taught me a strategy to level up Pokemon quickly. Turns out I can use my high-level Slowking to take out stronger Pokemon and share that XP amongst my entire party. Once I learned that, I stopped grinding levels the slow way and started catching Pokemon I actually wanted to use. After some exploring, my final team ended up being Slowking, who has some hard-hitting moves and a beefy build, Magmortar with Confuse Ray and some good fire burning moves, and Ampharos, who has a culmination of different types of moves including Dragon, who will hopefully cover some weaknesses as well. Not exactly my dream team, but way better than what I started with. Now let's talk about the tournament rules. Everyone had to bring 3 Pokemon. I could swap out my team members between rounds. All Pokemon were boosted to level 100 for fairness, and the only items that were allowed were held items. Pretty standard, but definitely very competitive rules. On the first round, I faced off against my buddy Logan. He brought a Toxapex, Talonflame, and Chestnut. I had a really solid advantage in terms of type matchups, but what really saved me was Magmortar. Right before the tournament, I gave him a move called Confuse Ray, and let me tell you, that move is broken in Cobblemon. The amount of damage I was able to dodge was ridiculous. Plus, self-inflicted damage from Confusion gave me what felt like 2 turns all wrapped in one. I ended up winning this fight 3-1 and moved on to the second round. Next up, I faced my mod, Wally. Now, Wally was the fan favorite amongst the spectators and hands down the strongest trainer on our server. His team, Steelix, Gyarados, and Breloom. Earlier, I said that Confuse Ray was one of the best moves. But you know what the actual best move probably is? Dig. And guess who had Dig? Wally Steelix. This move has been OP in my opinion for generations, and in this fight, it absolutely proved that point. So badly, in fact, that I never even saw his Breloom because he never actually even needed to use it against me. The only reason I knew that he had a Breloom was because I saw him use it in the round previous. Wally completely wiped the floor with me and from there won the entire tournament. For winning, Wally got to choose one Pokemon from his collection to become shiny. And of course, he picked the MVP of the tournament, Steelix, a well-earned prize for a well-earned victory. This was just our first event and there are plenty more to come. If you want to be a part of the action, check out my streams and join our community server. Who knows, maybe you could even be the next tournament champion. Until next time, see you in episode 4.